virtual port channel, VPC. So VPC um, can be done in different topology, can be implemented in different approach. Like we can have a host, a server machine, and that server machine may have more than one NIC card, and that NIC card, one will be connected to one 5K device, another will be connected to another 5K device. This is one design. So we know about the limitation of spanning tree. When we have connection like this or like this, core layer, definitely there will be loop. So to avoid loop, what STP will do, it will block one of the link. So we cannot actively utilize all the links. Not only that, if STP fails, then there will be a non-stop loop. So to avoid all this, solution is VPC. That's why we are learning VPC. What VPC does is, it helps to have ether channel, meaning we can actively have both the devices and both the links to send our data. We can have both the upstream device active, or we can have active standby or active passive, or active standby or primary secondary. We can have primary secondary like this. That's the best term instead of saying it as active passive. Primary secondary. It is not that secondary is not forwarding traffic. Secondary is also forwarding the traffic. Primary is also forwarding the traffic that comes from the PC. It forwards to the data plane, and traffic when it comes from outside, sometimes it may be sent via the secondary device. Sometimes it may also come via the primary device. When the data goes out from the server, sometimes it may be sent via the secondary device. Both are going to be active, but one will be primary and the other will be secondary. Now what's the role of this primary then? Primary is the one which is going to send the BPDUs as a one single domain. As we already know that VPC is what? VPC is, we group these two devices as one logical device. So there cannot be two BPDU coming out from this two device. There should be only one BPDU coming out. On behalf of these two, there should be only one BPDU. Otherwise there will be a problem. This is considered as one logical device. We have VPC here, and we already learned this is a member port, VPC member port, VPC member port, and this is normal ether channel using a server. And here we have a keep alive, here we have a peer link, and we have another keep alive link. So this is one design. We have another design where we have 5K connected to a normal layer 2 switch. Now we may need to do configuration both like this as well as like this, and that's why we are seeing in both these scenarios. So we may have ether channel not on the server but on the switch. We have a port channel, and we got VPC between these two, and these two are VPC peers, and we have a peer link, and we got keep alive link. So we are not going to discuss really about orphan port and all. We have already done in the theory class. Now today our discussion is how can I configure this to set up. Now it's the same, whatever you do for this one, It's the same configuration. Only difference is you have a server here, here you have a switch. We are not going to really do the normal port channel configuration which you already know. We are not going to do that. But what we are going to do is this level, vPC level, configuring vPC on 5K boxes, 2 boxes, peers. This is one scenario. The next scenario is we got 5K, which is also expected in exam, and we got 2K. We got 2K, and this 2K can be, maybe connected to some servers down. Not necessarily need to know how many servers or what it is connected. Now our aim in studying this is, how can I have vPC when I have 2 fabric extender FEX? One thing we need to know very well, we need to very much understand here. What is that? This FEX is just a line card. It's a remote line card for our for 5K. It's a remote line card for 5K. So we should not consider this as one separate device and break our mind. So this is just a line card. But when you introduce a FEX like this as a line card, there is definitely some additional configuration needed. So we will be discussing what sort of additional configuration is needed when I have a FEX box. All the other things are same, and instead of you having a layer 2 switch or a server directly connected, you are connected via this 2K now. So whatever you do configuration on this, it's the same thing you will be doing plus some additional configuration because you got a remote line card. Here straight on the physical line card you have the FEX. Here you have it on the remote line card. So definitely there should be some additional configuration need to be focused. So our today's lab is about this.